Recent years, China has launched an all-encompassing campaign to become the world's leading space power. This effort is not just about exploration or science, it's a strategic move to secure dominance in a domain that's increasingly vital for military, economic, and technological leadership. China's government, military, and commercial sectors are working in concert, rapidly developing advanced launch systems, satellite networks, and ground infrastructure. These advancements are narrowing the gap with the United States, intensifying a new era of strategic competition. For China, space is more than the final frontier. It's a warfighting domain and a cornerstone of information dominance. The People's Liberation Army is expanding its space assets to enhance surveillance, targeting, and operational coordination, aiming to challenge U.S. and allied forces, especially across the Indo-Pacific. As China's capabilities grow, so does its influence, reshaping the global balance in space and setting the stage for a high-stakes contest over the future of this critical domain. China's approach to space blurs the lines between military and civilian activities. Through its military-civil fusion strategy, technologies like satellites, robotic arms, and launch systems serve both commercial and defense objectives. This dual-use nature makes it difficult to distinguish between peaceful innovation and military capability. Over the past decade, China has launched over 1,000 satellites, boosting its ability to monitor, communicate, and target with precision. Beidou navigation system now rivals GPS, offering global coverage and supporting both civilian and military operations. Meanwhile, China's investments in counterspace capabilities, such as anti-satellite weapons, electronic jamming, and directed energy systems, are designed to deter or degrade U.S. space assets. Yet as China's reliance on space grows, so do its own vulnerabilities, exposing it to similar risks in any future conflict. This intertwining of commercial and military space activities is a hallmark of China's strategy, giving it flexibility and resilience while complicating the global security landscape. China is leveraging its space program to expand its geopolitical influence, especially among developing nations. Through initiatives like the Space Silk Road, China offers satellite services, launch capabilities, and ground infrastructure to partner countries, deepening their reliance on Chinese technology. This strategy not only strengthens China's global space architecture, but also creates long-term economic and strategic dependency. In Africa, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia, China is building ground stations and satellite production facilities, embedding itself in the technological ecosystems of these regions. The Beidou system is a key tool in this outreach, with China signing agreements with over 100 countries to promote its use. By exporting its standards and technology, China is positioning itself to shape the rules and norms of international space governance, challenging U.S. leadership and setting the stage for a new era of competition over who defines the future of space. China's commercial space sector has transformed at breakneck speed. In just a decade, it has evolved from near non-existence to a vibrant ecosystem of startups and state-backed giants. Government support, industrial policy, and a network of state-owned enterprises have fueled this growth, enabling China to challenge U.S. firms in satellite manufacturing, launch services, and downstream applications like remote sensing and satellite internet. Megafactories are now producing hundreds of satellites annually, and Chinese companies are experimenting with diverse launch technologies, including reusable rockets. This surge is not just about business, it's a strategic effort to capture global market share, set technical standards, and secure geostrategic advantages. As China's commercial offerings become more competitive and affordable, developing countries are increasingly turning to Chinese providers, further expanding Beijing's influence and complicating the competitive landscape for U.S. and allied space companies. Beyond technology and economics, China is actively working to shape the rules and norms that will govern space for decades to come. Through international bodies like the International Telecommunication Union, China is pushing its preferred technical standards and seeking to influence the allocation of orbital slots and spectrum. High-profile civil space achievements, such as lunar sample returns and plans for a lunar research station, are used to assert leadership and attract international partners. China's International Lunar Research Station initiative offers an alternative to U.S.-led frameworks like the Artemis Accords, aiming to build a coalition of countries that support its vision for space governance. If successful, China could set precedents in resource utilization, infrastructure, and operational norms on the moon and beyond. The outcome of this contest will determine not just who leads in space, but whose rules and values shape the next era of human activity beyond Earth. Competition between China and the United States in space is about far more than rockets and satellites. It's a contest over military advantage, economic leadership, technological innovation, and the rules that will shape the future of the global space economy. If the United States sees leadership, China is poised to advance a state-driven, opaque model that could embed long-term global reliance on its systems and standards. Implications are profound, from national security and economic competitiveness to the resilience of critical infrastructure and the preservation of democratic values in space governance. As China's capabilities and influence continue to grow, the urgency for the United States and its allies to innovate, invest, and strengthen partnerships has never been greater. The outcome of this new space race will define not only who leads in orbit, but who sets the course for humanity's next great frontier.